Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs versus Joe Burrow and the Dallas Cowboys.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. So, Charles, a tough task for this defense, facing the league's leading passer to this point in the season. Certainly a front-runner and MVP consideration right now. What can they do to slow him down?
Well, there's so many different ways that they can go, and I'll guarantee you that defensive staff went through all of them this week in preparation. But bottom line, they want to avoid giving up the big play. They're going to play what they call top-down defense and make sure no one gets behind them. Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone. They go play action with Burrow.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they've run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jamar Chase, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 1st down, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, Mahomes. We'll step aside and get an update. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Mahomes now on 1st down. Got an open man. It's Pringle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pollard to return from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there, and 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Burrow looking to pass. He will find his man Chase complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jameis Winston, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Tua Tagovailoa, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game of 500. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington football.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And they go play action now. Burrow. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On play action, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 36. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. It's complete to Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play here for Dallas.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
3rd quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. On the move to his left. Another shot for Chase. He's got it this time. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And it's caught. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting it.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Zerline good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Oh, nice move. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. On 2nd and 10. Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually There's a quarterback whisper.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
A throw over the middle, taken in. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Now a swing pass, it's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's a 2nd down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Mahomes again. It's Kelsey on the ground. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Mahomes to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they looked like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A handoff to Barkley. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Dallas, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will